Hello. Today I'm going to present my results on my interview with Mari. But who is Mari? Mari is my husband's grandmother who lives in Buenos Aires, Argentina. She is 80 years old and currently lives alone, close to her daughter and grandchildren. In Despite her age, she remains highly independent. She cooks, cleans, shops for herself, and manages her home with a level of clarity and autonomy that is truly admirable. Although she's technically my husband's grandmother, we share a close relationship. I admire her deeply, especially her perspective on life and the calm, grounded way she navigates the world. My husband moved from Argentina to Mexico in 2001, but he always maintained a beautiful and meaningful connection with her, which I've been able to witness and now appreciate even more. When I received the instruction of this assignment, she was the first person that came into my mind because I had other people like my parents or maybe my in-laws, but the way she faced aging, her emotional clarity, and her resilience made her the ideal choice. She accepted the invitation immediately and she asked me for the questions and she checked on the questions in a very organized way. My goal for this project was to understand more about her life story, how she experienced aging, and how she interprets her current stage of life. Um, okay, so the key themes for this interview. First, she shares stories from her early life, who cared for her, how she grew up, and the people who shaped her childhood. She talked about her lifelong partner, Jacobo, and how central he was in her development and identity. His death marked a turning point. She described the challenge of rebuilding a life after losing someone who had present for so many decades. Um, Second, she spoke about physical, she spoke about, physical changes that come with age. She's aware of them, but she does not feel limited by them. Instead, she accepts them as part of the natural process of aging. Third, family as meaning. Family is her greatest source of meaning. She has 9 grandchildren and she sees them as her legacy. They give them purpose, joy, and a sense of her life continue through future generations. Finally, she shared her motivation and what challenged her today. She finds learning new tasks without her partner more difficult, and she reflects openly on the emotional adjustment of old age. She also talked about her years of volunteer work in the Jewish community and how once she declined a leadership position because she believed that it was a role that meant for her husband. Interestingly, I asked her if she's still thinking the same, and she still stands for that belief. Um, the consistencies I found and inconsistencies I found with the course material. One of the clearest connection of the course appeared in Erickson's last stage, integrity versus despair. Mary demonstrated a strong sense of integrity. She told me she does not regret anything in her life. When I asked her if she would change anything, she said no. She also said she will not want to live 20 or 30 years more. She feels her life has been complete, meaningful, and filled with beauty. This sense of wholeness and peaceful acceptance is exactly what Erickson described as achieving integrity. A second connection relates to cognitive aging. Mary experienced typical changes such as slower processing speed and occasional tip of tongue experiences. This match with what the textbook calls primary or normative aging, the gradual disease free changes that most older adults experience. She functions very well cognitively for her age and shows no sign of pathological decline. A third relevant concept is the quality of life, as described by King and colleagues. Mary benefits from several protective factors: good health, stable finances, community ties, support from her daughter, emotional and spiritual stability. So these factors give her a sense of control and dignity, contributing to her physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. She also showed a high level of cognitive reserve, a concept explained in the textbook. Uh, she have a lot of, she's been very community involved, mentally active, and maintaining strong social connections. In terms of intelligence, she demonstrates strong crystallized intelligence, meaning the wisdom, knowledge, and problem solving abilities gained from a lifetime of experience. This was evident in the insights she shared about relationship, life purpose, and family. And what surprised me the most was the emotional clarity with which she speaks about aging. Many people express fear, denial, or uncertainty when discussing old age, but Mary approaches with grace, acceptance, and even gratitude. Her reflections on not wanting to extend her life artificially and her deep satisfaction with what she has lived were very powerful. What was the most meaningful part for me from the interview? My favorite part was when we moved away from structured questions and the conversation began to flow in a more spontaneous and intimate way. She shared very beautiful insight about partnership, the meaning of family, and the challenges she still faces today. Through her stories, I learned not only about her life, but also about my husband's upbringing and indirectly or maybe directly the history that my own children come from. It was emotional, nostalgic, and inspiring all at once. I don't think there was a part that was difficult or uncomfortable, but I think the entire experience felt honest and deeply meaningful. And the key takeaways or the conclusion, the interview with Mary revealed a life story, a life strongly grounded in love, family, community, and resilience. She embodies many of the theories we discuss in class, from Erickson's concept of integrity to the realities of primary aging and the impact of cognitive reserve. From my perspective, this interview gave me a much deeper, more personal understanding of aging. Instead of seeing aging only through theories or statistics, I was able to see it through the story of someone I love and admire. It helped me appreciate aging as a process filled not only with challenges, but also with meaning, wisdom, and continuity. This experience also influence the way I imagine my own aging just a little bit. I hope that when I reach her age, I can have the same mental clarity, physical strength, and positive attitude that she has. Overall, this project helped me connect academic concepts with real human experience in a way that was moving, educational, and inspiring. I use the textbook mainly for references. And thank you very much for listening.